Yeah, I certainly am. I think he's a horse that I took on earlier in the year from Duarte, and I've really enjoyed riding him. He's a real little athlete. He's very competitive. He's very consistent, and he's won me some good prizes. So he's clearly a good horse, and he pulls it off when it matters.
And obviously next year, what would you be thinking in terms of his programme? Could he be a horse that might be part of your World Equestrian Games plans? What is your thoughts with this horse?
I haven't really had a discussion with his owner, Catherine Witt, yet about it. He's entered for Buccalo. We've got to decide whether we go on for that or whether we actually decide to call it a day on a good note. This is the biggest thing he's done. He's come on massively this season. Do we put him away and bring him out and do a 3-star in the spring, maybe Tattersalls or Bramham? Or do we go to Buccalo? And that's the big debate. If Buccalo goes well, it's brilliant. But if Buccalo doesn't go well for some reason, there's no time to then put anything right. So we've got to have a bit of a debate. But just delighted where he's finished up today, and very optimistic for next season.
Just thinking back over the 24 hours of cross country in the main event, again, that didn't go well, plus the disqualification with your other horse in this. I mean, that was a day, you haven't had too many days like that in your career.
Well, it was good to get through the finish today, I have to say. I went between all the flags and I went through the finish, and that was a relief. And I think sometimes it's good to remember that in itself is an achievement. I'm very lucky. I ride good horses, and I do very often have good days. Yesterday was not one of them. I think it would have, all in the name of the sport though. The two horses that I rode round, things happen for, and that's all in the name of the game. As I said before, Freddie Mac's incident was very unfortunate and could have been avoided. You just have to put those days behind you. I think you can't dwell on them. That's how it goes, and you've got to pick yourself up and think that things can get better, and thankfully they did. And
as a season as a whole for you, and where British eventing is, you were flying the flag at the European Championships. How do you assess your 2013?
It's a good question. I think in many ways it's been good, in many ways it's been frustrating. I've been riding good horses, but the results haven't quite been what I dreamt of. I've had a few frustrating seconds, and fourth at Burley and third at the Europeans. So I've been there, but not there enough. So lot to go away and think about and work on for next season.
Thank you very much. Well, Christopher, terrific run on cross country, going clear. Only the only person to do it. Sense of satisfaction, but at the same time, I know coming second is probably not what you wanted.
Look, of course, it was disappointing to have the rail down after he did such a good dressage test, but that happens, and the owners and I are very excited about this horse, and I think he really proved it today that he is a quality horse for the future. So.
And that is the thing, when you look at this class now, it has a huge significance on future championships in many ways. This is one of the most important young horse classes.
Yes, I was aware of that. It was interesting hearing you say that, but I agree. I think it's exciting that we've seen so many champions come out of success in this very class. So that's something we'll hang on to.
And for you, hanging on, there's obviously the World Equestrian Games. Would this be a horse that you hopefully will nudge your selectors in selecting?
I'll definitely be putting him in front of the Australian selectors. There's no doubt. I think the horse this year is only 8. I think World Equestrian Games are always very tough. I don't think he won't be able to do it. I think he's very honest. I think it's very possible, but it's certainly, we're always conscious of the bigger picture with our horses too, and sometimes that means taking them a bit slower. So.
And this horse, clearly, just the way you talk about him, you've got yourself a potential superstar in the making if all goes well.
Yeah, that's right. That's horses, what it's like. so we won't jinx ourselves too much, but it certainly is looking good.
And when you went clear and you knew William was going last, did you think he was going to get the time? Because William certainly rode with a good deal of intent. What was your thought when you came home inside the time?
Yeah, interestingly, I was just asked that question, and I wasn't actually too bothered by it. Of course, we like to win, but I was really focused on what a great ride I had on him, and exciting that he showed that he is fast as well. So I really wasn't too fussed, I knew that William would be thirsty for it, and I knew it was a very fast, good horse that he was sat on, so we're very happy.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Excellent.
Mark, a good result. Can you talk us through the competition, how your horse felt?
No, he's been very good. He did this class last year, and he was a little bit immature and made a few mistakes, particularly in the dressage. And so I came here a year later. The horse has grown up more, and I thought he could be competitive. Unfortunately, in the dressage, he was still a little bit not quite as good as I would like. So we were a little bit off the pace. I think, although I think 8th or 9th place after the dressage or something. Jumped a very nice show jumping round. I had 2 time faults, which was my fault. And then he was again very good round the cross country here, and I sort of went reasonably quick, picked up 2 time faults, but all in all very, very happy with him. He's a lovely horse. He's always been a nice horse. I think a great deal of him, and he's a horse that I think will definitely be one of my possibilities for the World Games next year.
You've had some absolutely phenomenal horses in your career, so he's got some big boots to fill, but you think he's sort of got what it takes to do that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he could be very, very good on the flat. Like I say, he's taken time to mature. He thinks it's all a big game. He finds it all so easy. He's got a fabulous jump, and he's fast and brave cross country, so it's just a matter of getting it all together.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.